Things that make millennials one of the strongest generations there is. Things that make millennials the strongest generation there is today. Number one, millennials. We have been abused by our parents, by our aunties, by our uncles, by any, adults that existed in our lives all throughout our childhood. We were beaten like donkeys. We were beaten. The generations nowadays, I think if you're touched a little by your parent, you'll go and say you're being abused. You'll go and say child abuse. Us, we were beaten in ways that I can never forget. There's a time I was beaten so badly, I even remember it. Being 36, it happened when I was really young, around 9, and I still remember it. I remember entering under the bed, hiding at the corner of the bed, so that the person who was beating me couldn't reach me with whatever it is they were beating me with. I know you Gen Zs don't know, there's something called anyaunyo. I was being beaten by that. I was beaten. The reason why millennials were unshakable is because most of us were beaten by sticks, nyaunyos, and there was no where these people were looking to hit. They hit wherever it hits. If they're swinging it, wherever it hits is fine with them. If it hits your back, good. If it hits your face, good. Ikikugonga kisogo, sawa. Umechapwa. Number one, we were beaten like donkeys. Number two, most millennials were raised by single mothers. Okay? It is our generation where you'll find a man who's called John Wambui. That's a Kikuyu thing. You'll find men called Peter Wanjiku. Because we were raised by single mothers, most of us. For you to find a home where it was both parents raising the child, it was a big blessing. And I'll tell you why. Because co-parenting is not something that was accepted generally by Generation X, neither was it accepted by baby boomers. Once you got a girl pregnant back in the 80s or in the 90s, once you got a girl pregnant and you're not marrying her, you have to live her life completely. In fact, there are some communities you had to just give a few cows and goats for that, and then you disappear for good. And no one will ever hear from you again. And as a matter of fact, the father won't care. These fathers, baby boomers especially, baby boomers and Kikuyu men, in fact, Kikuyu baby boomer men, there is no one worse than those ones. They were so evil. The moment they impregnate